Hello everyone, this is Abdus Shah from Spire Podcast. Welcome back to another episode. In today's episode, we have Marcel. I hope I'm pronouncing the name correctly. From IntelliRank. They have a lot of content, and recently I have seen them on almost every event happening related to Amazon or e-commerce. So, welcome Marcel to the Spire Podcast, and thank you so much in advance for giving us the time. And hope we will learn from your experience.
Sure thing. Thank you for having me, Abdus. It's a pleasure to be here and talk in front of your audience. Hopefully I can come up with good insights and share the love. This is part of what we do. We learn and we give it to the others for posterity. Happy to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much. So, Marcel, can you introduce yourself from how long you are in the niche and market and what your agency is doing?
So I am an Amazon seller. I started as an Amazon seller. I still am an Amazon seller, and the agency came like a complementary, thing to do. Now I started in 2017 when the internet was, more friendly, or Amazon was a little bit more friendly. Even though it was tough, I will give you a little bit of background about myself. So the first product I started was a complete disaster. I lost a lot of money in the process, but coming from a technical field, I previously been working, and I was an architect for backup solutions at a big corporation here in Romania. So that taught me a lot of things into looking into the small details and trying to understand how things work. Now, with Amazon, I loved it. It was love at first sight, even though it took my money at the beginning. Now I'm happy to say that, I've, I moved the balance into the other way. So I'm making a lot of money with Amazon, which is a very good proof that this is a good business. From my perspective, it's helping me into offering me freedom to travel, freedom to work from anywhere in the world. And it has its challenges. It has its goods and bads. It's a business. You have to learn. You have to evolve with it. But at the end of the day, it's taking us forward. And since people are listening to us, I believe they are also into this business. I encourage you to not to give up, because there is a saying I totally relate to. There aren't businesses that fail, only people that stop fighting for them. So it's always about the mindset. It's always about the struggle, working on yourself, improving yourself, and therefore improving the business and moving forward. So we've been tackling a lot of challenges up until now. We have a pretty much a good amount of information and experience in the Amazon field. I've been on several stages, so I've been traveling the world. I just came back from Cannes, where in France, where was the biggest Amazon ads event of the year. So it was incredible there to connect with folks from Amazon, with VPs and a lot of great persons, and to stay up to date with what's coming our way in terms of AI and other technologies. So I can talk a lot, so please stop me.
No. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the detailed introduction. And
sure.
From your introduction, let's start from your introduction. So you mentioned that you started as a seller in 2017, and now you're also providing services. And I'm sure you work with hundreds of brands. So what difference do you see when you're launching in 2017 and when you're launching in 2024?
Well, that's a very good question, and thank you for that. Back in 2017, the Amazon world was not as easy to tap into as now from one perspective, but was easier from other perspectives. So in terms of competition, if we're looking at it from that perspective, I'd say the opportunities that were in 2017 still exist now. If someone says that, hey, it's tougher to start on Amazon now, it's tougher to find a good product, I'd say people need to just keep digging deeper, because there will always be new products, new ideas to bring on the market. Of course, it might not take you like back in 2010, for example, because we were working with sellers from back then. Back then, you could have sourced pretty much everything and be a hit on Amazon. Now you have to do a little bit more digging. That's all. Also, I would say that right now you need more money to invest into marketing. That's a different thing because of the competition. But again, if you're landing in a niche that's pretty young or you have room to expand, it's always an available space for everyone. Myself, if you want my personal opinion, I tend to go into niches like with small competition, and I don't want to dominate those niches. I just want to be like bringing a lot of sales from, not a lot of sales from one ASIN, but a lot of sales from multiple ASINs. So you can have like 100 units as a small example, 100 units selling from one single product, or have 100 units from 20 products. As simple as that. The idea behind it is that when you're growing and you're getting big, you're also attracting a lot of attacks from competition. So especially, sometimes people do not play friendly, but again, it's a matter of perspective and the way you want to look at it. Back in 2017, we didn't have a lot of information. Helium 10 was also available back then, but still, the access to information was lower. Now we have a lot of tools. We have Helium 10, we have Jungle Scout, we have a lot of powerful tools in the ecosystem, and it's easy for us to make a good decision in terms of which product to tap into or which niche to tap into, and the market share available to us when it comes to growing the business. I tend to look at it from these two perspectives, like opportunity and competition, always. But product research is the most important thing. And what I encourage people is to also think beyond that. So if you found a product, let's say in a niche, try to look for different products in the same niche and build a brand. Of course, I'm not against selling pretty much everything. So for example, you sell from kitchen and then from babies and then from sports. It's fine as long as you're making money. But Amazon, and what we've noticed lately, Amazon focuses more on brands, and brand building is turning into the next best thing on the Amazon marketplace. This is just my 2 cents on this one.
Yeah, you are right. We also noticed like we are launching our products this year, so hopefully in the next quarter it will be ready to live on Amazon. So we are also like looking at our product with this perspective that like what problem we are solving, or what unique value, or anything which is unique or which others are not providing, what we are providing, because this is the behavior we noticed in last previous years, that Amazon likes, and especially traffic on Amazon likes something new, and as you may also know that the life cycle of a product on Amazon is probably 2 years or 3 years. After that, you have to upgrade it, you have to renew it, or you are out of the market. So you are right. It's hard and it's easy on both ranges, like in 2017, in 2024. But the thing is that I think it's easy for serious sellers and for the brand building lovers, those who want to build brand, then it's like a game for them. So exactly. Yeah. Can you tell me what are the new strategies or the advanced strategies, or you may say the recent strategies adopted for product launching on Amazon?
So when it comes to product launching, you have two main problems that we're looking at. The first problem would be the one with reviews. And here I tend to tell everyone to be careful how they get their reviews, because in the past, and we've gone through that, Amazon is always, looking back. And if you're doing something shady, eventually Amazon might end up hitting you for that. So you need a very, very good strategy for obtaining reviews. This is problem number one. And problem number two is sales velocity. It's always important to Amazon how much you sell. It's a matter of selling at the end of the game, because it's a money game. Amazon is in it for the money, and Amazon focuses on the customers, wants happy customers. So you have to, we start from the premise that you will have a good product. I don't even want to get into bad products, because that will lead to bad reviews, returns, and a lot of problems with Amazon. That's out of the question. We're just focusing on the topic of good products or mediocre products. But what we're looking at is how to launch and rank your product in 2024. So right now, the best option you have to get reviews is Vine. This is very powerful. I encourage everyone. We are using Vine to launch our products. And let's say like a loophole into Amazon right now is the option to benefit from variations. So I'm a fan of variations. Whenever I think of a product, I think of colors, I think of packaging sizes or package numbers of items inside. It's a matter of variation. So let's give a simple example. If we're launching a new product, let's say yoga mat, for example, we are looking at, for example, 3 colors from the start, which means you have a pink, a blue, and a black yoga mat, whatever. Yeah, so 3 different colors, doesn't matter which they are. When you're sending them to Amazon, always what we do, we create the ASINs separately, and we enroll each of the ASINs into Amazon Vine. But do not combine them under the same parent until the Vine is concluded. So this is, it's been happening that some people just, create the ASINs, enroll them into Vine, and then immediately add them under the same parent, which Amazon might flag. But that's a no-no. Try to be in the other area and play safe. Put them separately, and then you benefit and you start from up to 90 reviews from day, let's say 30. But you are very competitive in the space. You can run PPC without a problem with that amount of reviews, and it's a very good starting point. There are other ways to leverage this. We call it the phantom protocol. When, let's say, you don't want to have a lot of variations, you only have one variation or one product, you can send 50 or 60 units by air to Amazon. You get that product live and you enroll it into Vine, which will get you 30 reviews, and then you let that variation die. And your main amount, let's say 440 units, you send them to Amazon and you add them under the same parent, and that you'll start with a new variation fresh on day one with up to 30 reviews, which also is a great opportunity to start fresh. Of course, it's important afterwards to keep the ball rolling. So you need to create a snowball effect in terms of reviews. This means a good product, offering value to the customers, and having a very good strategy to interact and provide even more value to your customers. Yes, this is the best part. Now, when it comes to launching and ranking and sales velocity, we're talking about having sales, and we always say you have to have each day sales, no day without sales. The whole idea behind this, because Amazon is looking, and from my technical background, what I can say is that the honeymoon is not about, making love and that kind of things with Amazon. Is about the fact that Amazon doesn't know you. So when you're launching your product in day 0, Amazon has no history of your product. So what you're doing from day 1, actually, you need to bring in sales. Each day, sales, because this is constructing and showing Amazon your product's, let's say, worth. So it's showing that your product is desired. You're showing Amazon that you are getting customers on your product which are purchasing the product. And at the end of the day, this will translate into momentum, sales velocity, and ranking. So it's very, very important to focus about this whenever you're starting a new product. With our agency, we have a process of delivering this. We are running surveys. We are having what in marketing is called the mystery shopper program. And this involves product testing. So we are finding persons and people to test the product and provide feedback in form of a survey. We are not handling reviews in any way, but we are gathering customer data in terms of a survey. And this will get you a lot of good information about the product. And in the background, you're also creating momentum, sales velocity, and ranking, which is very important, not only at the beginning of the life cycle of a product, but also throughout the entire life cycle of a product. In terms of, let's say, the benefits of this is about the actual sales velocity you are putting into Amazon, and you're showing Amazon that, hey, your product is desired and you're selling. So at the end of the day is about moving forward in a nice way and getting the right signals to Amazon.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for mentioning the step-by-step process. So once the product is live and we collected, let's suppose, even 50 reviews, not the 90 reviews, because it will take some time, and the seller don't want to wait, especially when it's honeymoon.
Yeah.
In honeymoon, no one want to wait. So yeah. So
sometimes it's good to wait, but yeah.
Yeah. So apart from the reviews, how do you look at the SEO of the product, the listing, and then coming towards the ads? What ad strategy do you recommend in the launching phase, or let's say in the first 2 months of the product launch?
So in terms of the SEO, whenever we're talking about listings, we are talking about a very good keyword research, discovering the best keywords that there are on the niche for your product, and cataloging them into directly relevant, somehow relevant, and complementary, like something within the niche. That's very important to know exactly what you need to target. Now, as soon as you have the keywords, and the most important ones are the first two categories, so directly relevant and somehow relevant, based on these categories we're working with Excel, so it's easy to follow up. So these are two separate columns, and within each column, you just put the keywords as you find them into different tools. And of course, you know the product best, and you need to know it. And you identify the keywords and how people are searching for your actual keyword on Amazon. This might, sometimes be careful with this one, because sometimes you might run into trademarked keywords. So be very careful and verify the keywords with, Trademarkia or some other website, and make sure that you're not adding trademark keywords into Amazon. Even though I've noticed that now Amazon will let you know if you do that, because they're already trying to stop trademark infringement and automatically checking the listing for trademark keywords. Nevertheless, try to be on the safe side, not to get that warning from Amazon. As soon as you have the keywords, make sure you create a very good listing, include the keywords into the listing. And when running PPC, myself, I look at the strategy in the first 30 days. I'm always running an auto discovery auto campaign only. So I just want to see what Amazon will show, and how my product is actually displayed on Amazon in terms of relevancy. And also from there, we can identify even more keywords that we didn't find with other tools. After day 30, we can start creating even more, but this is all relevant to the number of reviews that we have. So I'd say day 30 to start and create more campaigns, is because by the first 30 days, we want to focus on, let's say, the initial reviews, and also targeting and focusing on long tail keywords, and building some sales velocity into that area. And starting from month number 2, this is when we start and target more aggressively the niche, and also send more into PPC, into the PPC spend. So yeah, that's pretty much how we look at things in a high level way.
That's great. Yeah, and when we are talking about the launching phase, there are a lot of assumptions like in which category we are launching. This is the biggest thing. So, for example, if you are launching in supplements, then the approach is different. If you are launching in sports and gears and in kitchen, so can you tell about some of the famous categories and their strategies, like launching strategies? So maybe any of the seller from those categories watching this podcast, and they may get some idea.
All right, so it really depends on how competitive the strategy is, and also it depends on the budget for the launch, because at the end of the day, it's a matter of capital. So yeah, it depends on how you want to play it. If you're talking about supplements, that's definitely a competitive area. So you need to push a lot of money into that in order to get to the top, because everyone in the supplements industry knows that once you get to the top, you'll be flooded with sales. And yeah, the problem with supplements is that PPC is very expensive sometimes. And yeah, this is why we have what?
Almost all the time, it's expensive.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, the idea is that people are spending a lot into PPC, but with supplements, we have a lot of clients coming to us and benefiting from our product testing campaigns to help within the supplements categories, because this is the fastest and cheapest way to get to the top organically and get in front of their customers. So yeah, I'd say that at the end of the day, it's always a matter of budget and also how competitive the niche is. Because if you don't have a lot of budget and you are launching a product into the supplements area, you either are, let's say, that's 1% maybe to be very, very lucky and sell even though you don't have money to invest into it. But yeah, it's most likely you need a lot of capital. I don't want to get into it too much. But yeah, on other let's say niches, you can definitely tap into a small market share, but it's always a matter of time. From what I've discovered is like Amazon is also looking into the history of the product and how old the product is on the marketplace. I encourage people, if they have a good product and they're selling into a marketplace, into a niche, and you have a market share to tap into, to be patient, because at the end of the day, it's a matter of being there and wait for Amazon to give you that chance. For what we discovered, and we've done this on our brands as well, is that sometimes you have to wait and be persistent, and you'll get the sales eventually, and you'll be riding the Amazon wave, like my friend Tomera's book, Riding the Amazon Wave, on the Amazon ecosystem. So be persistent, be consistent, and at the end of the day, it will pay off. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's great. And one thing, there was an influencer on TikTok. She was like sipping her soda on beach and having her laptop on her laps, and she was like showing that you can take $10,000. The title was like you can make $10,000 per month in profit without investing $0. And she was saying that you can take $20,000 from bank as a loan and then go to Alibaba. You can see this product. It's for $45 on Amazon, but it's only $5 on Alibaba. You can pick it and sell it on Amazon, and you will making $40 per unit in profit. And that's how you will be like making $10,000 a month. So I think the budget is not an issue. What do you say? What do you say about this?
Well, that's sometimes what the influencers out there are putting in on the market just to get attention. I wouldn't look into it from that perspective unless you have a strong mindset. Myself, this is coming back to my story. This is what happened to me because I lost a lot of money with my first product and I didn't have any more money to invest. So I went in debt. I went to the bank and then I took money from the bank to continue the journey. And I found it and I invested into 2 more products within the same niche. So I was confident that, it was a good direction. And guess what? Those products actually paid off. And since 2017, I still have that brand and those products. And I'm very happy to say that they're going great. But it needed capital. So for me, that worked. I went to the bank and I paid, back to the bank afterwards. But it's a matter of doing a good research and being persistent and consistent with what you're doing. I wouldn't want everyone to tap into this, and it's a mindset thing. If you're chasing the money, and this is very important, if you're in it for the money, of course everyone wants to make money, but don't do it for the money because otherwise the money will not come your way. Just do it there. Focus on helping others, on the benefits that the product is actually on the market. Don't sell anything, just sell something that you believe in, and try to be very realistic about the potential and the sales available on the market for that particular product. Sometimes we get, and most of the times we get emotionally attached to our product, and it's very hard to see when you're emotionally attached. Because you'll say, oh, I have the best pictures. Oh, I have the best listing. Why am I not selling? It's never, a good idea to go like that. Always experiment. Try to see what your customers are telling you. So for brands that are registered on Amazon, you have the option to do experiments, A/B testing, and see what is the best main image to use out there. What are people actually clicking? So this way you'll make the best decisions when it comes to your listing and how to present the product, what benefits to outline, and what is making those customers click that buy button. Because it's not about us that are sellers, because we see the products as, from our perspective. It's about the customers and how they see the product and what makes them actually place the purchase. So coming back to the influencer on the beach, that might happen sometimes. I'm very, very open to it. I don't say it's impossible, but always be careful of the trap that's there. And some people, if they don't have the mindset, might not go, spending that much time on the beach. Yeah.
Exactly. Someone may be able to enjoy that lifestyle from the same work, like from selling on Amazon, but you are missing the medium part. Like you are just mentioning that I start selling and now I'm enjoying my life. You miss the whole medium part, like how many product you got failed, what were the efforts you are putting there. So people just skip the medium part and try to motivate people with the ultimate results.
And to be honest, I was just looking at my social media, and very transparently I put on social media only my wins, which that might be misleading. And I realized that because people don't see all the struggle and all the effort that I've put into everything that I do. They just see me, in Vegas, and they see me in Prague, and they see me in France at the Cannes, and in Monte Carlo, in Monaco, and they think, it's easy, but it's about the work you have to put in. I do travel a lot myself, and I do invest a lot into traveling and meeting great people. But when I'm home, I'm working, and I'm working sometimes maybe 10, 12 hours per day, just because I have to put the shoulder there and make everything move. But also the benefit of this entrepreneurial life is that if I decide to have a day off, anytime I can have it. So I can spend time wherever I want, when I want. So this is the benefit of it. Also growing the team and investing in a lot of directions at the end of the day. But it's a journey.
Exactly. There was a meme about entrepreneurship that I got inspired of entrepreneurship. Then I left my job so that I don't work anymore 9 to 5 and 4 days a week. Now I am entrepreneur and I'm working 24 hours a day.
Well, honestly, there was a time when I was working even more. It's a matter of, let's say, how to put it. If I was to work only on Amazon businesses, things would have been much easier. But I've also started a lot of verticals in business, and for me, it's a different type of journey. But again, if you are to be just an Amazon seller and focus only on your products and your growth and your business alone, I see that as a more relaxing entrepreneurship. Apart, different from mine, so that's for sure.
Exactly. So coming towards the launching topic, do you recommend to launch one product or let's say brand on multiple marketplaces? I'm not talking about like US or UK marketplace. I'm talking about like Shopify, eBay, and some others, like there are localized marketplaces.
Yeah.
So do you recommend, or what should be the approach?
I can tell you my approach on this. I always start with one marketplace and verify the product if it's selling. So I always start with Amazon. If the product is good on Amazon, and now we are expanding into Walmart, for example, then that product will definitely go into Walmart. And of course, in parallel, we also have the brand website where this is Shopify. We have that also connected to Amazon. So all the fulfillment is done directly from Amazon, from Shopify. Directly for each purchase, things will be fulfilled from Amazon. And this is pretty much what I've set up at the moment. Of course, there are other ways and are other business models. You can type into more local marketplaces. But again, I would tend to look into on each marketplace to look into the availability for that product, because sometimes one marketplace might not be as good for your product as you might think. And by that, I mean, if you're looking at, in Europe, we have different marketplaces like we have eMag or Allegra or this kind of small marketplaces available. So if you are to tap into that, I do not know what to say. I'm a fan of multiple marketplaces. Omnichannel is the direction, because Amazon is just a dot there on the map. So always expand and get your product in front of more and more customers. But it's also important to know that marketplace and navigate it, because like it is on Amazon, you have a lot of things you need to be aware about, starting from the labeling of your product to the shipping and the way you do the FBA shipping and everything, to marketing, PPC, listing creation, listing optimization. Of course, there are much more different on the other platforms, but each platform has its particularities, and you want to tap into that. I'm also a fan of SEO, so Google is your friend. Try to optimize your listings and your images for Google. That will bring you some free traffic as well in the process. And I could definitely tap into a lot of opportunities here, but it's a matter of taste and how people like to address it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's great. And I also recommend to sellers, like most of the time they ask like whether we should also go for another marketplace or no. Then I ask a simple question, that do you have that budget? Because it's a matter of budget as well. If the product is new, the brand is new, then I recommend mostly that stay on Amazon. Amazon has already established buyer. You already got a lot of data points from there. So it gives you very good product testing environment for your product. So once you are sure about your product quality and whether people are liking the design or not, then you can expand towards other marketplaces as well. These days, most of the sellers are excited about TikTok shop, and they are hearing and listening from their friends or from their communities that that another person is also selling on TikTok, and
Yeah.
they are also doing very well. So most of the time they are like inspired from them. But I do recommend, like, yeah, we must go for other marketplaces as well, but it's a matter of time and matter of budget. So coming
Always.
towards the TikTok
Yeah.
shop, what do you recommend? And what are the categories? Do you have by the way, do you have experience with TikTok shop? Sorry,
No, I do
I'm
not.
just asking the
No
question,
worries.
but I did.
I haven't tapped into TikTok Shop as of now, but I would like to elaborate a bit on what you just said. For those that already have a good product or products onto Amazon on Amazon ecosystem, I encourage them to tap into Walmart. Walmart right now is like Amazon in 2015, 2016. It's an opportunity. It's not about let's say, the amount of sales that you're looking at right now, but think about Walmart starting now and tap into 5 years in the future. What that will mean, because right now Walmart it's having a lot of bugs. It's let's say easy on sales. You're not getting a lot of sales or a lot of visibility there, but it's about starting and getting your product ready for 5 years in the future, which means that 5 years from now you'll have the product on Walmart with a lot of reviews and with the availability to tap into a bigger marketplace, because they are investing into their growth. I've seen what Walmart has installed. We are a partner agency with Walmart, and we know that they want to tap into even more market share, which is good for us sellers. It's not about Amazon or Walmart. I'm always a fan of both. So yeah, TikTok Shop is also coming on the table. Myself, I haven't tapped into that yet, but it's a plan to do so because TikTok is huge and has a lot of potential. So it's not a matter of either or. It's a matter of slowly tapping into all of them and having a good plan to grow. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, if you are inspired from that influencer on the beach, then you will be jumping on all marketplaces and everywhere. So because you want to get that result, you want to sip that soda on the beach as well, and want to share that image on your social media. But yeah, if you are a real entrepreneur and a serious seller, then you have to be patient, and you have to believe on the process. You have to follow. You have to learn side by side.
Yeah. Because if you learn, in Romania, we had a big community of Amazon sellers back in the days, and everyone was launching products on the Amazon marketplace. And some failed, some were successful. The most, let's say, what intrigued me, because I was looking from an observer perspective, some of them had immediate success. Like they launched their product, the product sold out instantly, without doing a lot of marketing, a lot of anything. So they tapped into a very new niche. They nailed it, if you want. But what happened afterwards is that niche started having a lot of other sellers from different regions of the world, and it became harder to work on. And these people that were selling and making, let's say, clearing the stocks, they didn't know how to actually do it with competition, because they didn't have the back experience to learn how to grow a product, how to invest in it, how to get sales. If you're launching and you're finding the best niche out there is perfect if you have experience. If you don't, some way or another, you need to build up that experience to know how to actually deal with the good, the bad, and the ugly in the Amazon space. Because at the end of the day, it's always about developing ourselves as entrepreneurs and having the knowledge and the tools to navigate all the problems that will occur there, because there will be problems. In every business, there will be problems. If someone says otherwise, he is not a business person. So, yeah, you can call them, I don't want to get into semantics. You can call them problems, projects, whatever you want. There will be things that you need to tap into to work with and resolve them. into moving you step by step to the $1 million brand or whatever your target is.
Exactly. Yeah. And once you learn the game, then you will rather enjoy the business. It will be like a game for you. Uh, there are a few sellers with us, and they are like asking us each quarter that please launch another product for us, please launch another product, and we are like launching products for them, and they are actually manufacturers, so they do produce the product by themselves as well. So yeah, once you know the game, once you learn it, then you will enjoy. So be patient, don't follow that beach influencer. Yeah.
Not literally, but it can be a good way moving forward and tapping into the opportunity. But always tap it into the wrong way, the right way, actually, not the wrong way. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you so much, Marcel, for giving me your precious time and sharing your valuable experience with me and my audience. I myself learned from you, especially the mindset part, which is most important than the technical stuff. Because once you have the mindset, you can learn the technical easily.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you so much. The podcast and this episode was very valuable. At the end, do you have anything for my audience and for me before leaving this episode?
Absolutely. First of all, thank you for having me, Abdus. It's been a pleasure to talk to you. For everyone that is interested, we can offer a free audit. So just email us, office@intellirank.info. So again, office@intellirank.info. Maybe add it into the description below, Abdus, please.
Sure.
Just ask for a free audit and tell the team, maybe write in the subject line that you've seen this episode and you've been into the Spire podcast, and the team can present you with a very elaborate product research and keyword research for your product. So it's an audit. This is performed by someone in the team, so they will dedicate a couple of hours just to look at your product and give you a good detailed explanation on what it is about, and give you maybe some good ideas on how to look at it. Apart from that, also we have a newsletter. It's newsletter.intellirank.info. Maybe Abdus can also put the QR on the screen for who's interested. Join us because we are sending twice per week very valuable, informative, and educational emails from the entrepreneurial life of an Amazon seller and beyond. It's always about getting informed, staying up to date. So always learn, I would say. Yeah. Thank you, Abdus, for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much, Marcel, for sharing the free audit for my audience. And sure, you guys can check description of this video. You will find all the mentioned links in the description. Once again, thank you so much, Marcel. Have a good night ahead, and hope you enjoy your night.
Thank you. You too, Abdus. Until next time. Bye.
Sure. Thank you. Bye-bye.